All right, today our topic is graphing in vertex form. Our learning target is how can I graph quadratic equations in vertex form. So vertex form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So this just gives us our vertex, which is really nice. So our vertex is h comma k, and our axis of symmetry is x equals h. So the a value still controls if the graph opens up for a positive a value and opens down for a negative a value. So let's put this into practice. We want to graph y equals negative x plus 2 squared plus 3. So we just want to write that common form above it. All right. So we're just using that vertex form right here. And we want to rewrite that above our equation. Now once we do that, we can identify our vertex. So that is h. But remember, it's minus h. So if it's a positive, we have to flip it to negative 2. And then plus k. So it's going to be 3. So we have negative 2, 3. Line of symmetry is going to be the x piece of our vertex. So x equals negative 2. And then does our graph open up or down? Our a is negative 1, so it opens down. Now we want to graph that vertex and line of symmetry. So our vertex is negative 2, 3. And then our line of symmetry is x equals negative 2, so it goes through your vertex right there. Now we want to plot 4 more points. So we make that table, x, y. Remember to put your vertex in the middle. So we want negative 2, 3. So then if we put negative 1, 0, negative 3, and negative 4, we'll get 4 more points on our graph. All right, so if we put negative 1 into our function, it would be y equals negative 1 plus 2 squared plus 3. And we can use our calculator to evaluate that, and that will give us 2. And then remember, symmetry allows us to put 2 in for negative 3 as well. Then if we were to put 0 here instead of negative 1, we would get negative 1 out. So that also allows us to put that in for negative 4 with symmetry. So if we plot these points, we get negative 1, 2 would be right here. Negative 3, 2 would be here. And then 0, negative 1 would be right there. And then negative 4, negative 1 would be right here. Connect those points to make your parabola. And it opens down just like it should. So we are good to go. Now the next piece is continuing on from last section where we had to complete the square. So this is why we're using completing the square, because it helps give us vertex form. So first off, to graph this equation, we need to rewrite it in vertex form. So y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So to complete the square, first off, we want just the x squared minus 8 to be on this side, minus 8x. So we want to minus 11 on both sides. So we're going to have y minus 11 equals x squared minus 8x. Then remember, we need to add that c to both sides. So we need to figure out what the c is. Remember, c is equal to b divided by 2 squared. So this is our b value. So c equals negative 8 divided by 2 squared. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. We square that and we get c equals 16. So we're really adding 16 to both sides. So y minus 11 plus 16 equals x squared minus 8x plus 16. Then this is a perfect square trinomial. So it factors into x minus the square root of 16 is 4 squared equals y negative 11 plus 16 is 5. All right, then we just want to get that y all by itself again. So we want to do minus 5 on both sides. And we get our equation y equals x minus 4 squared minus 5, which is in this nice, pretty vertex form. So now we can graph it. Identify our vertex. So y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Our h, it's minus 4, so we can just put 4. And then our k is minus 5, so it's actually going to be negative 5. All right, if we put that on our graph, that would be right here, 4, negative 5. Then our line of symmetry is just that x piece, so it's going to be x equals 4, and we're going to draw a line through that vertex. Our opening is that a value, remember? So if we look, we don't have an a, which means it's really 1, which is positive, so it's going to open up. We just graphed the vertex and line of symmetry, so now we need to plot 4 more points. So we need to make that table x, y, put your vertex in the middle, so 4, negative 5. We can put 3 and 2, and 5 and 6 for our other x values. Plug those into your calculator. We'll put in 5 first, so we have y equals 5 minus 4 squared minus 5, which would give us negative 4. And then if we put 6 in, 6 minus 4 squared minus 5, we would get negative 1. So if we plot those points on our graph, we would have 5, negative 4, and 3, negative 4. And then 2, negative 1, excuse me, and 6, negative 1. So if we connect those dots, it makes a nice parabola that opens up just like it should. And that is graphing in vertex form. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel.